When it comes to pre-shaping and bench rest right before your final shape, you really only need maybe 20, 30 minutes tops. And that's just to let the dough become extensible for you, because the more you manipulate the dough, the tighter the gluten becomes, and it becomes more and more difficult for you to get the stretch and get the shape that you're going for. So you always want to give it time to rest, but in this case, like I said, I let it go a little bit much, but we're gonna get by. So I pre-shaped it, and now it's become a big, huge log again. I dusted a little bit of flour just for my hands, probably a little too much, but I'm gonna degas right now first. So I go ahead and degas here. I am going to go straight onto a a half-size sheet pan. I'm using a Silpat. Parchment will work fine. It is going to rest one final time for a final proof before it goes into the oven, so I have not preheated yet. I'm going to preheat. Maybe it only needs for my oven 20 minutes, and I don't need that much time right now. So if you recall from the other video, you sort of take and you start rolling this way. I'm going to do a batard. So once I go there, I get the wings in, and I continue to roll forward, keeping the belly. Now my hands are not humongous. Goes right off out of screen there for you guys, excuse me. So a little bit bigger here, a little bit smaller there. The bigger your hands with a large amount of dough like this is going to be a little easier. But you notice that it is sticking quite a bit to the workspace, which is great. And I have a bit of a seam here, but it's quite loose. I don't like how slack it is. So I'm going to continue to give it a little bit of back and forth pressure, really pushing where that seam is. And in the center, more so with my thumbs. And now it's getting a bit long on me. Not perfect, because I can't seem to get that same kind of control in the center here. But this is the same sort of fun you guys get to have in making your bread. Now, in the video, you saw that it had a final proof on those couche linens. That is not necessary. They're great to have, and you can buy them, you know, online very easily. San Francisco Baking Institute, as well as Amazon, has them available. And basically, it's a completely untouched linen. So I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to let mine proof on my final pan because I don't have a fun loader. I don't have an intention of making a really big scoring on this particular loaf. I'm just going to try to make sure it looks pretty even. And I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap and let it sit for its final proof. Room temperature right now in my home is close to 80 degrees. So obviously the humidity is whatever it is. We're going to go with this. I'm going to cover it, and I will see you when we're ready to load it in the oven. Okay?